What's up, everybody? Oh man, it's gonna be one of those nights. It's one of those nights. But I hope you're doing good. I literally was like ready, and then I looked at my guitar. And I'm like, oh my god, my tremolo bar is gone. I didn't put it on, so I had to grab another one. It's like this has been one of those days. I even started early today. Like started like at 5:30 to start working on the song of the week. I tried a couple different things, and I was like, this ain't happening. And then we got Stardust a new laptop, and that was supposed to be here between 2 and 6, and of course they brought it at like about 6:20. So the laptop came, and I was like, well, and I felt compelled to get that going, so I got that going, and then I came back. I had one part of the song written, and then I figured it all out, and I made the rest of the song. And I was done by 10 after 8. And I got in the shower, got ready, and then it was just like, and now Stardust is working on something, which was working yesterday, and now it's not working. It's like people, it's like problems. It's just one thing after the other. Hopefully, it all works out. But I hope your day's been going well. I mean, I did get to sleep in. I woke up naturally. That's the best part. But anyway, Carlos was first. Carlos, did you see my message on Discord? I found the Eclipse shirt you wanted. They still have it, so make sure you check that Discord, buddy. Juji's there, second. And Laurel's third. Good to see you. Yeah, and I figured out. I forgot I turned the microphone audio off last week because of the acoustic guitar thing, so should be working now. Juji says, slaying out the gate. I'm trying. Judy said, good evening. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a wild Saturday. Or at least, after we woke up and ate lunch and everything, that's when things started getting wild. Judy, no, I don't. The ovation is laying in the bed. I'd take it into another room. I have no room in here for any other guitars. I literally have like 0 room anymore. But maybe soon. But again, I don't really want to play it on the show because it's just, it needs work. And now I got to find someone to work on it. Val in the house. What's up, Val? I know, everyone's got a color today. That's what's going on. Donald in the house. What's up, Donald? He said he's lurking, but he's listening. No problem, buddy. No problem. Oh, it looks like we got it going on. And yeah, I was so running late that I didn't even have a shirt. I was ready to go, so I reached in the closet and grabbed this one, my favorite Uli Ross shirt. And Juji saw it. Hopefully, yeah, it's gonna get cold down here, real cold around here. So let's see what we got. 'Cause I got nothing planned. I have not had time to write any set lists, do anything. I do have a new song. There is a new song, and we got 2 Juji songs as well. So we're looking good for tunes. I guess we didn't do this song. I'm gonna play this one. I like this intro. This is a good warmer. there. I like that. I call that the Raven intro. I don't know why. I think I wrote it during the Game of Thrones era, actually. When I was watching all the Game of Thrones, I was writing some song, and I called it the Raven. Probably for Jon Snow. Who knows? I write a lot of wild stuff. Oh, there we go. We'll play some. We got all kinds of stuff to play. You know that's right. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Let's see. Dude, you said 3. Oh, there's 3 songs? Oh, goodness. I know I saw one like a couple of days ago, and I thought I saw a second one. Until you do a third one? Let me look. I didn't look at my email too much today. She said, I just made this one for the acoustic. There you go. All right, we got 3. Juji got 3. Juji been working hard. That's what's up. That's what's up. We will check those out later on. I promise you that. Laurel is here, so and as you can see, my keyboard is turned on. So after the electric guitar set, before the acoustic set, I'm gonna show you Musio just so you can see how that works. But anyway, man, who got 80 degrees, man? Shoot, that's warm. Laurel says it's dry over where she's at. Dang. Yeah, it's just cold. It's gonna be like 30 degrees tonight. It's gonna be wild tonight. I'm afraid to go outside at all. What if I do? I'm gonna be putting on my hat, my ski hat, glove, everything. I'm gonna be sweatpants, you name it. It's gonna be bitter cold. It was pretty cold when we were in Orlando, honestly. It was in the 30s, and I was like, this is crazy. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see what we can find else around here. What is this? I have no idea what some of these are. I'm just going to listen through. Oh, that's some old song there. Oh, here we go. Andy Long. How about that? Wow, the days of 4 counts, I'll tell you. That's a weird, crazy song. I think I remember that one. That's like I did a Andy LaRock, how to play like Andy LaRock video. And that was just a clip, and I like copied it a bunch of times and then made a new part. It was a nice warm-up thing, that's for sure. Oh, wow. Juji's feeling the drums. Like, oh, thank you, Juji. I don't know if that's not old. I think I wrote it. It says, when did I write that? I don't know. It's probably in 2023 when I wrote that one, but I haven't played it in a long time. Oh, it looks like we got chat. Y'all are just chatting it up. I love to see it. I'm not sure where I come into part of it, but that's all good. You keep chatting, I keep playing. That's what I like to do. What was this one? Huh. I remember this. I think this is the same key. Better not play that. What's this? That's a cool one. cool. All right. Reference frame, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you there. VIP talking about David Gilmour. There you go, man. Yeah, for sure. Judy said she liked that one. That's a nice one. I can't remember how I wrote that one. I don't know. You know how I do. I just sit and then I write and then whatever comes out. Well, that's a fun one. I like the key change. This is a simple key change from C minor to F minor. So it's a very nice modulation there. I like it. Donald says Rick has unlocked the mastered music. This track. So thank you, buddy. That's a fun one. Mustang in the house. What's up, bud? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well tonight. Having a good weekend. Oh, what else I got? What other weird songs do I have? I don't know. I got a lot. I'm trying to play stuff that I don't play, and God knows what it is. What is this? That is something very weird. I don't know if we can play that right now. That's a fast song right there. I think that's the 210 beat per minute song right there. That could be something. Let's see, what's this? Oh, we said it. All right. Why don't we play that? That's always a nice one. like that one. I really enjoyed writing that one. I have no idea where it came from, but man, that's so cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a good time and everyone's having a great weekend thus far. Appreciate you hanging out with me on a Saturday. You know how we do on Saturday, nice and chill. Oh, Donald said, yo, what's up? Can anybody say hello to me? It's hard for me to reply. Hello, Donald. Let's see. She said, no. He said, no, this is why I hate voice to text on my phone. I'm not going to say anything until I get back to my... Oh, okay, no problem, buddy. You never know. Yeah, I know. Now I've seen on YouTube comments I can actually record my, like a voice comment. Like I don't know if I want to do that. Olivia Johnston in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great weekend. Let's see. Thanks, Mustang. Appreciate that, brother. Midnight Gaming in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Reference Merci beaucoup. Moondog Johnny, what's up, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Oh, let's see. Thank you, Mustang. Appreciate you, bro. Don't say that's not what I wanted to say in that comment. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know. Speech to text, you never know. AI is not so good these days. It seems like it works, then it doesn't. I don't know. AI keeps getting Brody's channel, man, so you know something stupid with the AI. Like, how can you... I don't know. It gets crazier. It gets crazier. Let's see what we got. I've been trying to play this song all week, too. Let's see. I've had this song written down on my notepad all week long. So let's try this out. Awake, that's on my list. I have to play that. That's a cool song. I love the transitions of that one. Very nice, very nice. This is another one I haven't played in a while. I've been trying to play. Let's cue that one up. Oh, what we got going on tonight, man? A lot of comments. I love the comments. I appreciate them all. Oh, I think I left about there. I don't know. Moondog. There you go, Moondog. Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna start from around here. Hopefully I got it right. Laurel want to take a nap. I wish I could take a nap. I can't take naps anymore. I get up too late. I used to get up, like a long time ago, I used to get up like at 8 in the morning or whatever, and I get a lot of, like on the weekends that is. I get up like 8 in the morning, I get a bunch of stuff done, like, my grocery shopping or my laundry or whatever, and I chill out and then I take a nap. And then, but nowadays I wake up like on the weekends like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like there's no time to take a nap after that. But I miss naps. Naps are good. Jeremy in the house. Oh, Jeremy named Rick. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Rick is the best because he knows the importance of everybody who wants to rule the world. That's right. But we'll still shred the unchained tonight. So that's true. That's true. The old classic. How's it go? You gotta know them all. You gotta know them all. That's right. Let's Fist of Republic. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Hope you're enjoying the show. Mustang said the internet has made lots of people brave. That's true. When you can hide behind a keyboard, you can be the biggest person in the world. But then when you come face to face with that person, they're the smallest person in the world. I could believe that. Steve in house. What's up, Steve? Good to see you, bro. What's up, Fist? How you doing out there, buddy? Jeremy and Andrea says, why did they say that metal started to sound like the Growing Pains theme? I don't know. Growing Pains theme, how's that go? I can't think of how it goes. I used to watch Growing Pains like all the time. I can't think of the theme song. Olivia, thank you. But also, anyone here from Joey Butterfield? I haven't seen that guy in forever, man. Not in the news, nothing. There you go, reference. Lance Spray, what's up, bud? Good to see you tonight, man. Mustang said you're gonna go see Joe Jackson. Like, nice. You've been stepping out into the night. That's a great tune. I think that's the only two. I think he had one more song after that, but I can't remember what it was. But that was a big hit for him, man. That was a huge hit. Midnight said he needed a nap. I feel you, man. Z Smart in the house says, hey Rick, I always find the title of your shorts very interesting and thought provoking. How do you come up with them? Love your play. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. So what I do is like when I'm making the video, I'll play the video over and over several times, and I'll try and just come up with one word that kind of encapsulates the video. It could be anything, I don't know. I'll think of one word, and then I'll take that word and create like just a quick blurb, something, and that's it. And then I make a description to kind of explain what the title actually is. I don't know many people read the descriptions, but there's always the answer is always in the description. FYI. And thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, that Steppin' Out's a good tune. That's a whole classic. I mean, when it came on MTV, I never didn't like it, It's like I was like, that's cool, you know. The one song, and I'm sorry if anyone's a Culture Club fan, the one song I hated when I was a little kid was that "Do You Really Want to Hurt Me," because it was like they played it like every hour, every half hour. I don't remember, and I'd literally be like, Boy George would be singing, "Do you really want to hurt me?" And I'd be yelling at the TV, "Yes, I actually do want to hurt you. Next video, go, let's go." Because I had a lot of my favorite videos, and I would wait around to see them because they would just rotate the same videos over and over and over back in the early MTV days. So it was always funny. But no offense to any Culture Club fans. I was just a kid. I was just a kid. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, this one here. Duh. Okay. I hope I remember this. There's a lot of harmonies and stuff, and I gotta make sure I get it right. Let's see if I can pull it off. a fun song. It's very reminiscent of some Richie Blackmore, Joe Lynn Turner Rainbow days, if you ask me. That's a cool one. Very Richie influence on that. Commercial Richie, that is. What day is it today? Oh, okay. I forgot I added a new song in here, and it's way down here. I can't believe it's already January the 31st. This is crazy. Already the month's over with. But I hope it's been a good month for everybody. Honestly, it's not too shabby for me. I appreciate everyone out there. What else is cooking in this chat, yo? Where do we leave off? That's the next question. Bam. Okay, I remember Z Smart's comment, so we got that. Stardust said tripping out. Oh, that was the song. I've been tripping out. That'd be a good parody song if anyone was into that. Pablo from Argentina, bienvenidos amigo. Good to see you, buddy. Juji says, Boy George is coming to the casino I go to for some nice. Yeah, I mean, like I said, remember, I was a kid. I was like 11 years old, and I was not understanding what Boy George was, and I had videos that I wanted to see, and I needed them to happen. But man, I'll tell you. But yeah, in hindsight, of course, yeah, the band is actually the bass. That's a crazy thing about a lot of the '80s bands. A lot of '80s bands had some of the best bass players like ever, and the guy that played in Culture Club was no slouch on a bass. It was amazing. Like you go back, like same with I hated Duran Duran when I was in like junior high school. And then, when you understand how music works, you go back and listen and go, wow, this was actually really good. And, stuff like that. So, remember, I was a little kid, man. I was just a little kid. I wanted to see my videos, not those videos. So, yeah. Val's feeling it. There you go. Mustang said, I had a Culture Club poster in my room in 8th grade. Dang. I did not. 8th grade, I had nothing but, I had a huge Judas Priest like door-sized poster. That was pretty cool. I got it from my friend. I don't know, his parents wouldn't let him have it, so he sold it to me for like $5. I was like, hell yeah, man. That thing was big. It was a huge, like one of the biggest posters I've ever seen in my life. And then I used to have like a bunch of like, I had Yngwie poster. The poster that you see behind me, I had that exact poster as a kid hanging on my wall above my stereo system and stuff. I had a Bruce Lee poster. And then what I would do is I would cut out pictures from the magazines like Guitar World Guitar World and Circus and yeah, I know. Okay. I'm back. Yo, this internet might be tripping tonight. I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway, if I could get like a 360-degree shot of my room when I was a kid, I would pay a lot of money for that. But I don't think there is such a thing. Must say same day of Cindy Lauper. And Cindy Lauper was pretty cool. Darrell, happy Saturday, buddy. Good to see you there. He said it's snowing there in South Carolina. I bet, man. You better get some video of that, man. Midnight says, I love that whole chat just talking to each other. That's what's up, man. Saturdays are good for that. Saturdays are good for that. It's hard to do on the weekdays because we get so many chatters going on. Mustang knows MTV made the 80s. This is true. So true. Oh, man. Reaper, what's up, buddy, from Ireland? Great to see you. Thank you so much, my friend. Ireland is the home of Gary Moore. God rest his soul. Donnie Jones and us asked, well, Rick, which guitarist inspired you the most? That would easily be Yngwie. Yngwie Malmsteen was the one that sparked my, just put the spark in my brain to I wanted to be Yngwie. At age 14, I was like, I gotta be Yngwie. I want to be like that. And I worked hard to get there for sure. Darrell said his dog's playing out in the snow. That's awesome. Most dogs don't like snow. Darrell remembers Whitesnake. Oh yeah, Whitesnake was great back in the day. Midnight knows 80s do be the best. That's right, brother. Val said his cousin had a poster of Heather Thomas. Nice. My mom wouldn't let me get any, posters like that when I was under 18. I'm like, come on. And I remember my dad, he bought a poster of that. There's a famous Farrah Fawcett poster. He bought it for like my cousin. And I was like, I want one of those. And my mom was like, hell no, you ain't getting one of those. Yeah, I'm reading Stardust comment. Yeah, McDonald's tasted better back in the day. It don't taste the same no more. Terrell said he had a Britney Spears poster. I mean, I can say that's all right. Back in her day, man, she went too shabby. That's for sure. That's probably a good poster. Donald says, we have one dog, Donald, one dog. Mustang says his mom loved the Moody Blues. And Moody Blues was pretty cool. I remember listening to those. Listen to that band. They had a lot of good songs. They had a lot of hits back in the day. Val knows the red swimsuit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Darrell says Christina Aguilera still looking good. Yeah, she up there, man. But she got enough money to take care of herself. That's for sure. All right. Well, let's go. Let's do this. It's gonna be the song of the week right here. There you go, Laurel. Chihuahua. Laurel, and probably anyone that follows me on Sora probably seen my funny rapping Chihuahua videos. We're doing a lot of testing with Sora, so we got to try things here and there, and I don't care. I don't think too many people see my videos, but they're pretty weird. I got a ton of them though. If Nashi Ketch shows up, we're supposed to show him. I have a AI of me talking to Beethoven, and no, I'm sorry, AI me talking to Bach and Mozart. That should be funny. All right, so this one's for the Harpsichord Club. Actually, real quick, let me just hit a tune on my guitar real quick, because you'd laugh. I didn't even tune my guitar tonight, but it's probably not too bad out of tune. It's not at all very out of tune. Like we're talking a micro tune, which is normal. It's on the note for sure. All right. I have no. So I was trying to write this song, so I had a couple ideas. There was a piece apart from Mozart's Requiem that I was trying to metalize. It wasn't working out, but I don't know if you ever heard this riff. Let me see. It's like a. It's called Rex Tremende. I couldn't get it's the tempo of it's like 46. It's like super slow. So I was trying to figure out how to get that, and I started kind of working on it, and that I was like, failure, and I cut it off. And then I picked up the keyboard and I put it on the harpsichord, and I started, all right, let me see if I can make one for the Harpsichord Club, and indeed I did. So this is it. I hope I remember everything. This could be dangerous because I know there's a big key change, but let's see what we got. I adapted it as best I could. But that's a fun song. Not too bad. Not too bad for a first try. We'll play it, of course, many a times more this week to get it better and more adapted. So I appreciate everyone hanging out, checking that out. We're always trying to get a new song of the week going on. Don said the first two albums he loved of Moody Blues, especially the first one's a masterpiece. Dang, I haven't listened to that in a while. Laura says my Sora is actually private. Is it really? Well, that helps. Cause we may have to check that out. Cause I know Stardust has got a lot of videos that we need to like post them, but then you need to download them in a certain way. So if that's private, then yeah, maybe no one sees that at all. That's pretty cool. Laurel said, "We just seen what we I've shown them." Oh, okay. Interesting to know. That's very good news for me, Laurel. So yeah, okay. I'll have to see. I don't know how to make it public, honestly. Figure it out. DJB knows team harpsichord. That's what's up, bro. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. Thank you, Juji. Juji knows harpsichord club unite. And Midnight says another win for the harpsichord club. Very cool. Very good. Maybe I'll try and play it on the acoustic too. I didn't make an acoustic version of it, but the drums are nice sometimes. Olivia's feeling it. Thank you, Olivia. Appreciate you. Don said he turned his guitar down. Song of the week I must pay attention to. All good, brother. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Juji. Appreciate that. DJ B's feeling it. King Firehouse, how you doing, buddy? He says turn it up. That's right, bro. We're actually going to be turning it down very shortly here to the acoustic. Reference, feeling it. Thank you, Reference. Thank you, Juji. Otto, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you tonight. Tim Wood said, I struggle with my acoustic on basic timing. Amazing. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I spent so many hours of my life with a metronome as a youngster, probably starting at age 14 through probably 18 or 19. I was always using a metronome for everything. I still do to this day. I just practiced a lot more back then with it. Donald said, that song sounds so good. Thank you, Donald. I wanted to I thought about putting some rhythm guitar. I don't know, do you guys think rhythm guitar would be a nice addition to that? I just didn't have time to put it down. I was literally I was on the dot of like finishing this in time. Time to Fish says, do you ever miss a note? I do actually, quite often. You just don't hear it. I cover it up very well. Laurel says, Rick, your Sora is private. Okay. Is Stardust private too then? I wonder. Don says, Rick has a high hit rate. HR, it's like in the upper 90s. I feel you. Tim said he can't hear what he's saying. Wait, everyone else can. I'm pretty sure we're good. Juji said the stream is best to enjoy with headphones. That or if you have a TV with a sound bar is pretty good too. That's for sure. Midnight says, I'm usually too lazy to use a metronome. I need to convince myself. My God, brother. If you want to improve your game and your timing and accuracy and everything, a metronome is a must. I tell everybody, but not everybody listens, and that's okay. Everyone can do whatever they want, but if you like my advice, worked with the metronome. Gotta have it. DJB said he half deaf and he can hear it just fine. That's what's up. I figured it out. At the beginning of the stream, I did forget to unmute my mic at the very beginning, but it's a lot. Let's load it up now. Midnight said I'll send my before and after using metronome for the solo on the. Yeah, for sure, man. It takes a little bit of adaptation to get, because your brain doesn't understand. But you have to play slow. You got to play it slow. You have to start slowly, and you build it up. You just can't walk in and do 180 beats per minute and be cranking it down. You gotta like start at 80 beats per minute and play stupid slow. I promise you, man. I promise you. You play extremely slow and make sure every note rings out perfectly and there's no noise. You don't miss a note. Everything is perfect. And then when it's at perfect at that beat per minute, you turn it up a little bit. And then you get it right at the next, the 90 beats per minute. And then once you're good at that, 100 beats. You keep turning it up until what you're doing is exactly perfect. Laurel says, I don't think hers are real. Okay. That's good news. That's good to know. Don said Rick is right. I hate to be right, but it's a must. Even when I first started playing guitar, my teacher was like, get yourself a metronome ASAP. You need to get a metronome. And I bought, it was a Boss Dr. Beat, is what it was. Thank you, Mustang. Steve says, dumb question. What's a metronome? No dumb questions at all. So a metronome is, it's a timing device. Back in the olden days, it was just like almost like a weighted arm that went back and forth, and you could move a little piece on it for the beats per minute. So the lower it was, the slower it would go, and you kept turning up higher, the weight would push it faster. Nowadays, of course, you have metronomes you can get on your phone. Like, for instance, I can show you. I can kind of show you. If I can show you. What the hell? So I have a metronome on my phone, and it's called Metro Timer. And you'll see, and I don't know if you can see this. But yeah, if you can see this, it's basically, I can set it to whatever I like, or I can tap the tempo to whatever I need. And it does like a flashing light there, and if I turn it up, I don't think my volume's turned on. You can hear the click. It's this click making a click sound. And that's what I practice to. When I'm, just sitting around practicing, practicing my scales and stuff like that. I turn that on. I don't know. Hopefully you could hear that, but it's just like it's just a click, an auditory click that is in perfect time. So it's really good it's really good for your timing, and the more you use it, the better your mind will remember those timings. So when I'm listening to, I'm playing through these songs, I don't hear a click track, but the drum beat is perfectly in time with the click track. Don says metronome helps him out when he needs it. Then after a while, I can play a song without it. There you go. No problem, Steve. DJ BC, you got one of those old school wino ones. Yeah, that's what my grandparents used to have. Luckily for me, they had the Boss made this Dr. Beat thing. And it was real nice. It was real nice. Midnight says playing with a vocalist even helps him keep time. Dang. I said then your vocalist got pretty good timing then. That's for sure. All right, what are we going to do? All right, so I think we got all the electric songs covered. I'm going to put this guitar down. I'm going to move this drink over, and I'm going to unplug. We're going to show a quick thing here. Let me turn that off. Okay, chord's good. All right, we're gonna break out the keyboard for everybody. Fun time with keyboards. Because Laurel's interested in one of the plugins I have, and we're gonna show you how it works. I gotta find the track here. All right, now we'll go ahead and turn on the capture so you can see what we're doing here. All right, so we'll go down here. We'll add it. So this is my DAW. I'll add a new track. I add an instrument track. And what we're talking about today is Musio, M-U-S-I-O, Musio. And we'll add the track there. So what this is, and I'll pop this on. So I've turned this plugin on. Basically, and you can download this stuff if you want. You don't have to download everything, but I download what I need. So for instance, our favorite, we have the Sinna harpsichord here, and I'll do the Baroque style. And it basically just adds that track in, I don't know if you can hear that or not. Let me turn this up a bit. probably recognize this one. Whatever. So that's that. So that's like the harpsichord. What I do is I put these on all on separate tracks. So then I go back, and then this is my Sinna Symphony. What the heck? Why is this stripping? I don't have nothing here. Okay, there we go. So this is where I have all these particular sounds. So this would be the stabs I do. That's like the stabs, like shorts. And then we got long, like a full orchestrated long of violins. Just delete that or whatever, and then let's go through all these sounds. We got our brass sounds, which I like a lot. Brass sounds. And we got some woodwind sounds I usually use a lot too. Woodwinds are always awesome. That. So that's all. I used to use a lot of this stuff. I still use some of it, but I've moved on with other stuff. Here's a nice piano sound. So this has everything. I mean, there's nothing I don't think this doesn't have. And there's like Rhodes organs, whatever if you want an organ sound. This is stuff that I have, but this has everything, and I can show you. This is just the stuff I have downloaded, right? But if I unclick that, this is everything that is available. So you've got Apocalyptica, you got Celeste, Tina Guo cello bits, the voices, choirs. This is some pretty decent choirs here. Let's see what these sound like. Oh, oops! I picked the wrong one. I probably should have picked the one I have loaded here. Yeah, so here's like ensemble choir. But what it does is it downloads the sound for you. So that's basically that. But yeah, I don't download a lot of this stuff because I don't need a lot of it. But yeah, but if you find it on a deal, you can get it for like about $100 usually. I haven't done this one in a while. This is like Nordic voices. Let's see what these sound like. So it's got all kinds of crazy stuff on it. But yeah, that's about all I have. Whatever I have here, just whatever I have. But if anyone's interested, yeah, look up MUSIO Museo. It's like I said, you usually find it for a deal, like for $100, for like a complete license of everything, which is a decent deal. But it was there when I needed it to create a lot of the songs that you hear. But again, I've since moved on with a lot of stuff. I have different choir sounds, different orchestrated sounds. But this was a really good one. All right, we are good to go there. Let's close that. Let me undo that track. Okay. All right, so probably a lot of chat during that, which I appreciate. Let's make sure this works. That don't work. That's the wrong one. Go then. So let's see what we got. Probably a lot of questions. Maybe not. Anyway, there's a lot going on. All right, let's see. Remember that. Keaton Barron, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Midnight says, too much. Sometimes there's a song now. I depend on my vocalist to keep time. I mean, either one of you guys should have like a metronome clanking in your ear for everything. Most times the drummers will, if you don't have a drummer, but like bands will have the drummer will have a metronome clicking off in his ear. Johnny, thank you, buddy. John said, I can't see Rick playing the hopefully he caught a little bit of it. I should have moved the thingy. Keaton says, I always love the harpsichord here. I love harpsichord, dude. That's my favorite. Laurel's like, hell yeah. I'm telling you. It's a great program. I don't even know if I look it up right now. I think they do have like monthly plans. Let me see. Like I think like $9 a month or something like that. I'm curious to see. Okay, so they have. You can download it, Laurel, for free, and you get 35 premium instruments. They have it's called the Museo Essentials, and yeah, you can get it for free. So it might have some stuff you can just play with at least. And then yeah, I think right now it's if you could pay $10 a month for it to get the full Museo experience. And I don't know. I got like a perpetual license for it, so I'm not too sure how you get that anymore. It might have been just when they were coming out. I don't know. Let me see. Build your own library. Huh. I guess they have a thing you can kind of build your own too. But it's worth looking into, Laurel, for sure. But at least it says you can download it for free and have about 35 instruments to mess with. So that's not too savvy at all. Dude, you said that's a great harpsichord. Yeah, that's the one I usually use. I have another one. It's a Vivaldi, like 17th century one they got a hold of and microphoned it and everything. Don said, sounds great. Sounds like a real string orchestra. Yeah, thing's amazing. Oh, I still got this thing going on. So you can see what I was doing. Yeah, Laurel, there's a free version that you can try out. And then yeah, they say it's $99 a year, but I honestly paid, I got to have a perpetual license of it. But you can pay $9.99 a month, and it'll give you everything they have. They might have switched to a subscription plan. I don't know. I bought it a while ago, quite a while ago, so I'm not too sure anymore. Don says, you even hear the plucks when you, I know, they're amazing, man. Val's feeling it. Denny, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Thank you, Adrian. Judy said it sounded like Madonna Don't Probably Breathe. It could have. I just like start playing little chords and stuff. Donald said it's so fun to mess. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know it's free. So if anyone's out there who wants to try it, you can download it for free. And you do get some stuff with it, you know. So that's not too bad. I'll put the link in the comments here. Whoa, I've got some like affiliate link or something. But I'll put the link in the comments if anyone wants to check it out. Again, it's free to try out. So you can't go wrong with free just to play around. Don said, yeah, there is a harp. Yeah, there is a harp. And Laura's like, that's such a jam, low key. That's what I do, you know, when I'm sitting around. When I start the song of the week, that's what I do. I pick a bunch of different tones and then start messing with it and see what comes up. Anti wants to hear the Chevy Chase song from Caddyshack. I have to remember that one. I haven't seen that movie in eons, man. Here you go, DJB. Also, I love these sounds. Are they different packs? Yeah, everything's all in one. Like if you buy the whole package, you get everything, and you can download whatever you want. But it loads it. Basically, it's like stores it on like a temporary file on your computer, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, which is nice. I should become an affiliate for them. Midnight says, ooh, I don't think I've ever seen you play acoustic. All right. We good to go then tonight. Steve says, thanks for the keyboard show and tell. My pleasure, man. Midnight, let me get the popcorn. Yeah, man. I know. I DJ forgot to take down the dog. Yeah, I forgot to hit my button off, man. Jeez, I can't see it. I know. I forget a lot of stuff. Midnight said they just got a drummer and a bass player meeting them on Monday. That's awesome, dude. Very nice. Daniel asked, what plugins are you using both for your high tone and acoustic stuff? My guitar tone is Amplitude. This Godin, I'm just using, I'm using Waves REQ6 stereo EQ, and I'm using a thing called CLA Guitars, which has like a acoustic. I'll show you real quick, man. I'm not using any specific anything, but yeah. So I use here's the Godin channel right here. So this is from Waves. It's a REQ6. This is an acoustic guitar. It's just a six band plug EQ, and I pretty don't have it too crazy there. And then I use this. This is Chris Lord-Alge. He's a famous producer. He has his own Waves plugins, and I just basically set up this. He has an acoustic. There was an acoustic setup in there, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit to give me. So I have an arena style reverb on it, a quarter note delay. This kind of makes it expand into a stereo sound. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Nothing too crazy there. Danny said, we got a nice view down here. That's right. Minute said, I always loved the duet because we could meet up and practice all the time. Yeah, it gets wild, bro. That's one thing I hated about being in a band was band practice. After, a certain time in my life, like, bro, we need to practice. I'm like, dude, I could wake up out of bed and walk on stage and play this stuff. I don't need to practice. Because I'd have to drive like 40 minutes to go practice. I'm like, ugh. Brian Greenwood in the house. What's up, buddy? He says, hey, rock. Thank you, dude. He says, what's the flavor? This is a crazy enough Stardust. We were cleaning out a bunch of stuff in the closet and everywhere, and she unearthed this. This is the Summer Freeze. This is actually the soda that inspired the song Freeze. But it's basically, if you know what a bomb pop is, the cherry, what is it? The red, white, and blue pop, icicles or popsicles. It's like that, but it's like tastes like it's melted. Pretty dope. I was surprised she found it. I was like, what's this? I got, holy crap. Keaton knows Vivaldi's the man. Oh, yeah, I love Vivaldi. All right, Midnight, love to hear it, buddy. DJ B says, what I need to do is learn how to make pads so I can make a pad in a certain key and then solo it. Yeah, true that. You should be able to. Laurel says, heck yeah, we shall see if there's a plan that you can buy and have it for life. I'd bet. Yeah, there is. I don't know how to get it anymore. Like, it was a couple, I think it was the end of 2023 or end of 2024, I think, that I saw it. I found out about it, and I checked into it. And, yeah, hopefully they have it. Hopefully you can still get that perpetual license. That would be it. Danny says, Rick, would you tell Daniel this website? He's looking for this. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I'll shoot it to him on Instagram. DJ B knows, yeah, a lot of people are shying away from their perpetual license. They are, yeah, they are. It's hard to get. Like, luckily I got the Studio One with a perpetual license. I got that. Most everything I have has a perpetual license, but Pro Tools does not. I got to pay monthly for Pro Tools. And there's some other stuff I got to pay monthly for too. It's like, oof. Just let me have it, man. Val says, Rick has a Mountain Dew cellar. I don't have a cellar, but we have a very deep pantry closet. Daniel said, awesome. He loves Waves. Yeah, the AXX Renaissance compressor. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Wave stuff's amazing, dude. I've been using it for a long time, probably since 2010 or so. Anti says Amplitude has a mobile app that simulates guitar amps, allowing you to practice. Yeah. It's a great. I have it on my phone. It's pretty nice. They also have Tonex on there too. You can literally get your Tonex tones and your Amplitude tones on your phone if you upload them to the cloud. They got. Shake the Stars. What's up, bro? Great to see you, and thank you very much. That Jeep guy wants to hear Freeze. I don't know. I'd have to plug the old guitar back in for that, bro. It's acoustic time now. All right, speaking of Juji, we got a bunch of tunes here. So, all right, we're going to get this one first. This was called Victory Road, so let's download that. What else we got? She got Into the Unknown. Come on, download that. And we also got To the Hills. Okay, and download that. Okay. All right, Juji songs have been downloaded. Let's create some tracks. We need 3 stereo audio tracks. 3. All right, let's see. Let's load these puppies up. Import file. All right, we'll go from the bottom of Victory Road first. Got that. Next song, Into the Unknown. Got that. Whoops. And track 3. Let's see. Import To the Hills. All right, we got all the Juji tracks loaded up. Yeah, let's mute those. Okay, good to go. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I'll close all this stuff up. Juji says Victory is a traditional sounding backing track. Okay, no problem, no problem. Well, let's give it a try. All right, and I think you said it's in the key of F major, which is probably going to be. All right, let's give it a shot, yeah. Let's turn this puppy on here. turn my mic off and then let's go. That's pretty cool. I totally played in the key of A for the, or the key of G for the first part of that, and then figured out it was actually the key of D. Yeah, but no worries. It sounded pretty cool. Once I kicked into the right key, it was all good. That's a fun one. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, thank you, Donald. That's a very nice one. When you play it in the right key, it sounds even better. Well, not too shabby, not too shabby. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Thank you, Juji. Eric Roy, appreciate you, bro. Thank you, Steve. DJB says very soothing melodic. Thank you, guys. And thanks to Juji, always providing some dope tracks each week, which helps me out. Lets me focus on, the electric song of the week, because I was trying to do like electric song and then an acoustic song, and God, it just gets that's a lot of work for a day. So this sounded good. I love these ones. Denny said, that sounds very lovely. Accompany the rainy morning. There you go. Judy said, sorry, I asked the app to tell me what key it was. They lied. Yeah, It was definitely not F major. That's okay. But also, I saw Pastel Blues and Pinks. There you go, buddy. Also, I have to go back and listen to that. I had to take a phone. Oh, man. No problem. We got 2 more to go. Eric says, hit that like button. Yes, yes. All right, well, let's move on to the next one. Into the Unknown. Let's see if I can figure the key out. Let's listen to the key first, just really quickly. Ugh. Sounds like kind of A minor-ish. Let's give it a twirl. Who knows? And this is the song is called Into the Unknown, and I'm going to be going into the unknown myself playing it. But let's give it a twirl. See how we go. Let's go. Well, damn, I kind of wish that kept going. I was getting into that. That's cool. I like that one. Man. All right, let's cue up the next one here. Juji's on a roll tonight, y'all. Look out. All right, Tom, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. Don said everything today has been about bad time. Dude, right there with you, bro. Right there with you. Our Tom said harmonic minor. There you go, buddy. Gilberto, he says he's glad he found you. Now it's time to hear the magic. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, buddy. Oh, man. Judy said appropriately named. Indeed, indeed. I like it. Our Tom, thank you. Our Tom thought it sounded like The Walking Dead. Very nice. Eric, he loved that style. That's a very nice one there. Juji is feeling it. There you go. Thank you, Juji. Laurel said it sounded like a silent Latin ballad. There you go. Manders, thank you so much. Great to see you tonight. How you doing out there? Hope you're staying warm like everyone else. Don't go out. Laurel says, unless I'm just romantic. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It had a nice, it was a very, how would you say, it had the Andalusian, is that what's going on? Oh, wait, no, I can't remember that. I can't think of the name right now. It had the classic chord progression, essentially. I can't remember what it's called. Is it Andalusian? My brain is not working right now. I don't want to say Andalusian. So you can spin it Latin or almost Egyptian as well. Thank you, Steve. DJB, thank you. Thank you so much. Artone, there you go, buddy. Laurel said that was beautiful. Thank you. Donald felt that was dope. I appreciate that. Val, thank you. Denny says, would you upload this song in for the next video? Yeah. It'll be that whole song will be up on the channel once the stream's over. It'll be up there for it. Laurel said that explains it. Indeed. Our time talking about some reggae. I don't know. You know what? When I got accepted to GIT, the Musicians Institute, when I was 18, they had a questionnaire. They said, "What music do you like?" And I wrote all the music I like. Then they said, "What music don't you like?" And you know what? Reggae and Latin were the two. I got into Latin. I understood Latin. I felt that, but then reggae. I never got into reggae. It's never interested me in one bit. Mander says she's out in Oregon. Milder. That's good to hear. DJB thought so he was feeling the Baroque Death March. There you go. Pretty much. Yeah, it's a classic. I mean, Bach came up with that progression. It's probably came up with that even earlier than that. But yeah, even Iron Maiden uses it 1,000 times in like every song. You know, like. It's just a very, very common chord progression. I use it. I've used it before myself, but you can spin that so many different ways. You can do it, honestly. Donald James, that Maiden gal, that's right. Then he says he never listened to Ricky. I did listen to Ricky Martin. Yeah, it was. I started hearing more Latin music as time went on in my life, and I understood. Okay, I get what that was. Reggae, I can never get what reggae was. I never understand what it was, and it just never appealed to me. But there's some Latin artists I do like. I think they're great. DJB said the closer we're going to get to reggae, it'll be like no Ricky, no try. That's right. I mean, I'm sure it's like, for me. I think the only reggae song I know is like, I smoke 2 joints in the morning, smoke 2 joints at night. Remember that one? That was a hilarious song. That's the only reggae song I know. Is that even a reggae song though? I don't know. All right, we're gonna crank up. Let me hear this real quick. You get one idea of what we're playing here. Into the Hills, as Juji has here. Got a long, quiet intro here. Sounds like F minor. I like it. All right, let's crank it up. Into the, what was it called? Into the Hills. Or is it just, oh, it's To the Hills, sorry. To the Hills. Juji, track number 3, let's rock. I had no idea when the song ended, so I think it's a short song, that one. Well, I kept wanting to play. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much, Juji, for all those tracks tonight. It was lovely. Manners knows, don't worry, be happy. That's right. Also, the police used a little bit. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, it was always that's kind of strong. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Something like that. Olivia said, "I love me some stick figure." Right there, you go. Denny said, that's the only person Bob Marley, Ziggy Marley. I don't know any other. Zydeco, Buckwheat Zydeco, is that reggae? I heard that name before. DJ B, that tension was built on that one, right? So it has a nice build and release mechanism. That's a crazy one, yeah. Juji, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I didn't know what was going on with that song. I was just kind of like trying to figure out the coolest things to do, but yeah, it worked out. Gilberto says, Ricky sounded as good as Yngwie on classical. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Dude, you said that's getting downloaded there, the interim music folder. That's what's up. I like it. Let me turn this off. All right, there we go. I think I'll try and do the new song of the week on acoustic as well. Give it a shot. Motor Smoke says, I subscribe to say how impressed I am with your crazy skill. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Very kind of you. Very, very nice. We're getting close. We're almost at, I think, 79,000. We'll probably hit 79,000 tomorrow, I think, if we're lucky, I think. What are we at now? We're at 78,937. Ah, so close. We'll get there. We'll get there. Thanks to everyone that subscribed tonight. I know it's a little different for most people. I do have a vertical stream going right now, but we get a little more views than usual on a horizontal. But I appreciate everybody watching out there and supporting. Thank you, Laurel. Eric said, don't change anything about how you play. You're awesome. Thank you, brother. Denny says, wow, it'll sound great to plug in the stereo system. Indeed, indeed. Thank you, Olivia. Laurel is loving it. Thank you, Laurel. Val said, you call that transporter. That was pretty transportational. Don said, that was pretty good. I couldn't come up with anything like that. I was trying. I feel you, man. That was a toughie then, because it was like the music was kind of low, and I thought it was actually in C minor. I had it wrong. I only played the first couple notes, but C minor and F minor have very similar, one note difference between the two of them. So that's why I figured out. I was like, oh wait, this ain't F. This is C. Keaton said, you just kept feeling it. Keep going, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Steve. Mel Mark says, so no reggae. How about the Bad Brain? I never checked them out. Maybe I heard one song. Did they have a song on MTV? I kind of remember that. DCP says, can I request one? You could try, buddy. If I know it, you know how I do. If I know it, I'll play it. If I don't know it, I don't play it. Judy says, what a pleasure. It's a pleasure and privilege to have you do these songs for us, Judy. I think everyone loves them. I enjoy playing over them. It's a great combo going on there. So keep it up. We appreciate it. Absolutely. DJ B, so you could call you could call it the quiet complexity of breathing. I don't know. You got to be breathing on that one. There's some cool. It was a very cool setup there. But yeah, I think if you put some time and effort into it and really, you could probably come up with some wild stuff over that for sure. It's a little different than the norm. That's for sure. I think my favorite was the second one out of all of them tonight. The first one was pretty good if I would have got the key right. But yeah, what was it? Into the Unknown. That was probably my favorite of all for tonight. All were good, no doubt. But the second one, that one had me. I was feeling that one for sure. Where's this new song at? Here's that new song. Let's give that a try. I'll cue that up. Bill Mark says, Bad Brains might have had the song against. It doesn't sound familiar to me, brother. Like I said, if there was a song on MTV, like on Headbangers Ball, I might have heard it, but I sure don't remember it. Big B says, is that a Godin? Yes, indeed it is. Yeah, this is a Godin multi-act encore, and yes, they're made in Canada. I like to reach out to those guys this year because I do play this every Saturday, and I get a lot of, and a lot of my, I'm starting to do a lot of video every Sunday. It gets an acoustic video, so and those get a lot of views. So we'll see if we can talk to those guys this year. Maybe they'll send me a newer one of these or whatever, something even crazier. But my whole life, this is probably the nicest classical I've ever had. I almost had a real Gibson Chet Atkins SST back in the day, and that thing played it beautifully too. But I was young and dumb, and I was like, I don't need it. I should have bought it. The things are worth like $4,000 nowadays. The original Gibson ones. Like, oh man. All right, let's try this one out. This is, oh yeah, okay. All right, this is that new song of the week. We're going to try it on the acoustic, and then we'll probably say our goodbyes. Looks like Brody's online tonight, so we'll probably shoot over there afterwards. But let's go with this new song of the week on the acoustic. Give it a shot. So like I'm starting to like that song even more, playing it there. Very nice, very cool, very cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed it tonight. I truly do. I just saw Mama, so that means I got it. Mama just when I see Mama, that reminds me of to do something, and I got to redirect before I forget. Brody's online. All right, we got it covered there. Let's see, where we leave off with. Metal Mark said, never heard of that brand. Are they exclusive? They do make electric guitars too, Mark. Yeah, I believe there's a lot of guitar players that use them actually, but I've never tried one of those. DCP says, Children of the Damned intro. Let me think of that one. There's actually a video on my channel of me and Wade Black playing Children of the Damned in Greece back in the day. Laurel, have a great night. Great to see you. Del Toro, thanks for the super chat, buddy. He says, you got skills, brother, and taste. Thank you so much, dude. Eric says, your style is perfect. Don't change a thing. I never will, buddy. This is probably the best I've ever played. As far as my style is concerned. It's changed over the years quite a bit, honestly. And I didn't know Children of the Damned was a movie. It always cracks me up. Iron Maiden is such a they all get all their titles from old movies. But yeah, Eric, yeah, for sure, buddy. Like you can see I have a video on my channel of like when I was 17 years old all the way up till 2018, and then now you see me for the last 3 years, and my style has evolved in such a lot of ways. And I'm really happy with the way I'm playing now in my life. I think I've had enough experience and knowledge to make it my own nowadays. You hear remnants of Yngwie or Richie Blackmore or Uli or Andy LaRocque or Aldi Miller. You hear remnants of my most influential guitar player heroes, but I believe I've melted them all into one at this rate. But I thank you, brother. I thank you so much for that. Absolutely, Juji. Always great to see you and everyone here. There's Mama. How you doing, Mama? Good to see you tonight. Thank you, DCP. Mama said it's been a busy day. I know. It's been busy ever since we got up around here, too. DCP said, yeah, 11. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up for sure. I'm going to listen to this real quick for you, buddy. I remember some of it. I remember it. Let me hear that again. Yeah, I'm not tuned for it. That's my problem here. We'll see if I can play a little bit of it, though. That's pretty much it. That's been a while, man. Okay, Children of the Damned there by Maiden. Love that one. It's a great tune. Let's see. Where do we go? Before I... All right, Mama's got to go back to Mama. We'll see in a little bit, Mama. We're shutting it down here momentarily. After the stream, Midnight's going to go try and learn Starstruck. That's a good one. Lady is starstruck and nothing but bad luck coming after me. You're welcome, Laurel. If you do get it, need to have any questions, let me know. Denny says, very smooth strain, reminds me of Sting's Field of Gold. Thank you, that's awesome. Keaton, have a great rest of the weekend too, brother. Appreciate you, man. Bird Guitars, she says, change is to say growth. That's right, buddy, that's right. I've been growing all my life, man, with this guitar. You're welcome, Juji. Have a great one. Appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, actually. 9 o'clock tomorrow. And then it's back to work, dang it. Back to work. Oh, God. I'm not looking forward to that. Thank you, DCP. Mel Mark said, I haven't heard Children of the Damned. I know, right? I think the last time I played it was 2004. When, like, me and Wade were in Greece on a press tour. And they had us play this club in Athens. And we're like, what we did was we played the entire album. We had a backing tracks for the entire album, minus the lead guitars and rhythm guitars. And then they had an acoustic, and me and Wade said we did a Judas Priest medley and we did an Iron Maiden medley on acoustic. I'd kill to see that Judas Priest medley because I know we did Beyond the Realms of Death, which was pretty sweet. There you go, Mark. I'm not a number, I'm a free man. It's a great tune. You're welcome, DCP. That's a great request, brother. You know I love me some Maiden, man. All right, looks like Mike was here, but he retracted his comment. But Mike, good to see you, buddy. No worries, bro. Yeah, I think it's on my... I think it's in my playlist. I think it's in the Rick Renstrom playlist. Let me see. Let me go look. So I can find it. Playlists. I think it's in it might be in the Rick Renstrom public playlist. Like stuff that I found off of stuff that I found off YouTube. Yeah, it's in this. There's like 72 videos of live stuff and craziness. Where is that video? There's even that Welcome Home video with me, Wade, and Pete Black, which is pretty wild. There's a lot of videos on here, y'all. There's even the Cleveland Guitar Wars when I was 19 years old. Man. Yeah, I don't know where that video's at. I thought it was in this playlist. I'm looking through this playlist real quick. I don't see it in here. Or it used to be in here. Leesloff, Stealing Grace. Man, where is that? I don't know. I thought it was on here, bro. It's on here somewhere. Maybe it's not that playlist. It's not the official channel playlist. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Yes, it is. Okay, here, I found it. Children of the Damned acoustic. Well, some of it. Here's the link. Here's the link. There you go. That's me and Wade doing that back in the day in Greece. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. No problem, Mike. No problem at all, buddy. Always good to see you nonetheless, man. Hope you're having a great weekend, my friend. Bird says some Iron Maiden Power Slave would be cool. I'm gonna try it, yeah. You know I know that riff. I need to do some Iron Maiden backing tracks with some solos and stuff and crank those out. Anyway, that's gonna cut it for me. I'm gonna go probably eat some pretzel dogs or something and go chill out. But yo, everyone, I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night. That's Sunday, February the 1st. Can you believe it? It's already February. And we will definitely be doing the full shreds tomorrow. David, what's up, brother? Thank you so much, dude. But thanks to everyone for hanging out, all the members, all the mods. We appreciate you. Everyone that stuck around and hung out, we appreciate you too. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for sure. And I hope you have a great night. If we don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. But yeah, appreciate each and every one of you. You know what I say. Stay safe out there. Be good to each other. And take care of each other. Because that's all we got. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to go see Brody at this rate. Thank you, Butter. Good to see you, buddy. So if you're inclined to, make sure you click on the link when it pops up to go see Brody's show. Me and Stars will be hanging out over there for the remainder. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow.